Basketball fans, this is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now let's take a look at the Longhorns opening lineup. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at power forward. Edwards against Randolph. Edwards inside. And the shot is good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. And a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Ford, no luck.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Inside, and he throws it down hard with... one hand.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Passes it to Doherty. Kicks to Ellis. Longhorns passing it around. They set the pick. Here's Edwards, and it's blocked by Chavez. Out of bounds, Longhorns ball as Texas keeps possession. Turner with it to the inside. Here's Hudson, rejected by Chavez. Pulls up on the wing. Again, Georgetown.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking it down.
And Blair kicks to Hudson. The shot is off. So Georgetown will take it the other way. And now the Hoyas on the break. Shot's good by Wilson.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Blair dishes to Hudson. Richmond the pass to Blair. He feeds it to Hudson. Here's Rush. He kicks to Blair. Now Rush. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to Richmond. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by the Hoyas.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Taking a look at the Hoyas. Chavez in at the... spot. Also Warren out there, and it's Wilson in at the 2-guard spot. And so it's Texas with it. 4-point game. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open. Up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
So on the floor for Texas, they've got Edwards, also Ellis out there, Doherty out there with Turner, and it's Ford in at the four-man position. Chavez, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And he makes both free throws. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long, really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
Ford, no luck.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Hudson kicks to Freak. Misses off the left iron. Doherty dishes to Turner. The 9-foot shot. The shot misses. Great D that time from Chavez. Trice passes to Chavez and stolen by Doherty. They're running ahead. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Longhorns shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And that one misses. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Nelson's checked in for the Hoyas. And the second free throw, good.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
You know, you hear about the once-in-a-generation player, and Freak just might be that for his generation. Big men can be most impactful on the floor, and boy, does he change a game.
That is what's so great about Freak. Even when he isn't scoring, you can see his presence on the floor. That is what great big men do. You can see how special of a player this kid has a chance to become.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Freak. Fires for 3. Edwards can't hit.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And another hit. Shot made once more from Chavez. Now it's a 7-point Hoyas lead. And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Texas trails by 6. Chavez in at center. And it's Harkless in at the 1 spot. Ford, that's good.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Now here's Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Freak's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hoyas.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career.
Blair with it, guarded now by Harkless. Now here's Blair. To the paint, leans. Here's Ford, and he banks in the layup.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Harkless kicks to Felix. Here's Chavez. No good on the 3. Texas trails by 3. Pass to Blair. Hits the front of the rim and out. There's 1:38 left here in the second half of the game. Here's Chavez, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Freak. 19 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they've needed it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
You're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive, but we have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
.131 left to play here in the second half. Great shot. By Chavez. And even 3-on-3 break. For the 3, the Hoyas with another miss.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Now, here is Ford. That's good. Ford's got 10 points here in the second half.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Dishes it to Doherty. Longhorns passing it around. Pass to Ford. And here's Edwards. 34 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Here's Ford. Nails it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And an intentional foul right there. And so they foul intentionally. .26 seconds left in the second half. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he's unable to get anything at the line this time. Doherty against Randolph. And here's Edwards. He dishes it to Ford. That will count. It's good! Buries the game-winning shot!
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
And, Greg, he knew it was good when it left his hand. He started celebrating as soon as it got off his fingertip.
So the Longhorns win it. They